Hello Foxglove friends, welcome to today's reading where we are going to look at what your soul guides are trying to share with you about how to bring more happiness into your life. So I've put these in today. So I started creating these a few years ago, doing little bits of dotting art, and I used to do readings from them on Instagram because all the different colours mean different things. I am an Aurosoma practitioner as well, so the different colours equate to different meanings, and I interpret the different colours on things, which is a great way of doing intuitive readings as well, because you can read anything. So you can go straight to the timestamps in the description if you know what card you would like and which pile you want. But just so we can help you along with your choices, this is pile 1, which is Whale and Breach. And that's the little stone that goes with it. And then we've got pile 2, which is Rebirth and the Spring Equinox, with a lovely orangey stone. And then we've got pile 3, which is Desert and Vision Quest and the lovely blue stone. So just take some nice deep breaths, see which one stands out to you, and then pop on to the description and you'll find the timestamps and you can go straight to your reading. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoy your reading. If you do, please do subscribe and like, because it helps to grow my channel, which helps me to help more people. Take care. Hello Foxglove friends, welcome to pile 1. If this is the card you have picked, and this is your reading. So today we're looking at what are your spirit guides trying to tell you about how to bring more happiness into your life. So I'm loving this because I used to make these when I had health issues. It was kind of creative output to do some dotting art. And this one in particular is very much about unconditional love for yourself, self-love, following your soul purpose, finding the authority in your life to be able to speak your truth with joy from your intuition, and having willpower to make changes that are good for you. So it's living in a way that is representative of your soul in a positive way, so that it brings much more heart and flow to the soul purpose of why you're here. Now what I love is that it's come with, so what I did was I shuffled the cards first. I put these out first, and then I shuffled the cards and I put 3 down without turning them over, and then I've just turned them over and seen that we've got all these different really awesome front cards about how we can bring more happiness into our lives. And you have got Breach, you have got Whale. So it's kind of showing you to step out of something, that step out of a way of living into a whole new way of being. So the whale is meant to be in the water, but with joy, it pushes through that glass ceiling or that water ceiling to come into a whole new world where it doesn't actually normally reside. So there's something for you about pushing through into a different way of being, up into a different element of who you are. We're going to look into that more. I'm going to put that there. It's very exciting. I feel very excited for you, pile 1, about what you're breaking out into. Now we're going to have a look first at what has been going on for you. So let me just see if I got that in the picture. Let's bring that down a little bit. So Spirit, I want to pop that on the edge there. Spirit, please can you advise what has been going on for pile 1? what has been going on for pile 1, and then hopefully we'll understand what it is you are breaching out of, what it is you are breaking through. Spirit, what has been going on for pile 1, please? Oh, crikey. Oh, wow, this is going to be an auspicious pile already. So we've got the wide world. See how that white heart there, and it's called a heart, H-A-R-T, is just coming out of the forest and also breaching out of its normal environment to go out into something. So you may literally be travelling, you may be choosing a new location. From regards to the inner quest, you may be changing limiting beliefs so that you're doing something that you've never done before, and you are following your heart, which is what this one is about in particular. It's an absolutely beautiful card, and you can see that the whole wide world is out there. This is very much like the Peak District in Derbyshire, but it also reminds me of the mountainous areas as we look into the distance of North Carolina and Virginia, where my family live. So it's maybe about finding your way back home to the soul, to wholeness is what I want to say. So that fully fulfilled, nourished soul element of yourself. You're taking steps out into a whole new world. Let's see what else there is. Spirit, please can you tell me what pile 1 has been going through? What's been going on for pile 1, please? So you didn't think you were going to get to where you were going. You've tried really hard to achieve certain things that you have just been scared that the fight's over, like it's all fallen down and you're not going to achieve what you wanted to achieve, like you've lost some hope along the way. Spirit, what is going on? Yeah, and you might have been blown off track a little bit, like so we've got the fairy wind, which you can see they're getting blown off track with different things that have happened to them. So there might have been some sadness, disappointment, frustration around you about what to do. What has been going on for pile 1, please, Spirit? But you've had these hopes and dreams about what you want to achieve. So, wow, this seems like there's been a lot going on. You've had hopes and dreams about what you've wanted. There might be romantic, there might be artistic or creative, or you've just been dreaming of trying to create a new life, trying to step into a new world. And the happiness that Spirit wants to bring in for you, your spirit guides are telling you that it is important that you do breach that when you're pushing through into a new life, that limbo between the old and the new, that bit in the middle can be so difficult because we can become weary, we can feel like we've lost our way, we can have these visions of what we want to achieve and feel like we're not getting anywhere. So you've bravely tried to follow your heart and follow your intuition, but it's not been an easy journey. So let's get now then, Spirit, for pile 1, what do they need to be doing to have real happiness? Please, what do they need to be doing to bring more happiness in? Recognise that a new you is being born into the world. Appreciate what you have achieved. Appreciate what you are trying to achieve. Celebrate your successes. Celebrate how far you've come already. Instead of beating yourself up about how far you've not come, you've come a long way. You've done a lot. You've pushed past beliefs, limiting beliefs, maybe ancestral patterns. You have come a long way already, so make time to appreciate just how much you've done. Spirit, what else does Pile 1 need to do to bring more happiness in, please? The Green Mother. So there's more nurturing and kindness required. Either spending time with children to take your mind off what you're doing, or maybe it is to do with children that there's a new project, but certainly nurture and nourish yourself. I think you've been a bit hard on yourself. You're trying to make big shifts and changes, which is utterly admirable, and really it is a big thing and hard to do. But you need to be a little bit kinder to yourself. It is going to come to fruition that in the tangible 3D world, you are going to get what you're looking for. You are going to achieve the mission that you're trying to get on. And I feel like this is, like we've said, from this stone here, this is going to be quite a soul purpose mission. So don't lose hope. Do allow yourself to rejuvenate, nourish yourself, nurture yourself. It is coming. It is going to come into the 3D soon. Spirit, what else do we want Pile 3 to know, please? Yeah, we've got, can you see that's just fallen out? So there's more energy and productivity that can be pushed into what it is that you're trying to achieve. Make sure that you're moving and dancing if you can. Shake off the old energy. Move your body. Exercise maybe, or like I say, dancing, or just literally shaking your body about will help to shake off these old disappointments of what has not been happening, so that you can keep your hope and dream alive. One thing about achieving our goals and dreams is that we have to keep brushing off disappointments. The people who achieve what they want to, the people who achieve their goals in life, go through so many failures. You know, it doesn't happen, but they keep going, they keep believing. So just shake it off and apply some energy. So we've got regret. I know that I cannot change my past. Let go of regret. Stop dwelling in that space of beating yourself up. Hold on, I've got another one here. Trust. Know that you can trust yourself. So these are the things that are going to bring more happiness in. To release regret about what's not worked in the past. Keep this dream alive. Know that you can breach into a new world, that whatever you're trying to achieve, it can be done. It's going to come to fruition. You just need to appreciate where you've been, nourish and nurture yourself, shake everything off. Movement, it helps to ground the energy. So for example, if you go for a run, or if you do some exercise or some dancing, it helps your energy to really ground back into the now. And it also, there's something in Qigong in which, and a Taylor Swift song called Shake It Off, literally there is a process in which you shake. So perhaps Luna's also telling me that you need to make some noise. It's just like breaking up the energy of where you've been. When you get stuck in this fallow, disappointed, feeling like you've lost your way, you can get really stuck in it. And you need to brush that off, because you've got bigger and better things coming. And even as I'm doing this reading, I can feel the energy is there. It's wanting to push you along, wanting to encourage you. Your spirit guides are really being your cheerleader. Don't give up on what's going on. Now then, what else can we get to tell you and share with you? So, let me just get some more cards about. I'm going to get a couple of more. How can Pile 1 bring more happiness into their life, please? Spirit. ask your body for a message is what we've got. So, dear body, please help me hear your messages. Archangel Raphael, please help me honour and respect my body's needs. So pay attention to what your body needs. Are you getting enough sleep? Are you getting enough exercise? Are you feeding and nourishing yourself properly? And tune into the direction in which your body is telling you to go in. So your body will show you which is the right direction and what steps you should be taking next, because certain ideas will feel good, certain paths will feel wrong. Listen to what your body is telling you. Spirit, can I have more information, please, about what Pile 1 should do to help them feel happier? Okay, do more research is what we've got. So if you've failed at a hurdle, learn more. I've had to do so much with building my YouTube channel. You know, I started another YouTube channel initially and practiced and did stuff every day and put things out there. And I didn't feel like it was going as well as I wanted it to. So then I learnt more about how to do the thumbnails, how long to make it, how to put it together, how to edit it, you know, all that sort of stuff. So don't stop. Keep learning and investing more energy. So it says, these are the Archangel Raphael cards. It says, Dear God and Archangel Raphael, thank you for clearly and gently leading me to the information that I need to know for my well-being. Please give me the courage to be assertive as I take charge of my healthcare needs. That is about health, but also it's about what's going on for you. So let's have a look at what the outcome is going to be. So Spirit, please can you tell me what the outcome is going to be for Pile 1? Please can you tell me what the outcome is going to be for Pile 1? Ah, look, celebration and dance. So it's going to happen. You just need to keep ploughing on. You are going to have your happy ever after. You are going to have what you are aiming for. You're going to be able to celebrate that you've achieved it in the end. Spirit, can I have another card, please, to tell us what the outcome is going to be for Pile 1? Synergy. So it's all going to happen at the right time. Don't lose hope. Celebrate your successes. Nurture and nourish yourself. And just look after you as you're going through this process, as you're learning more. You're like a newborn baby, basically. When you're birthing a new project or a new way of being into life, it does need nurturing, it needs attention, it needs time to grow and develop and progress into the full being that it will become. So just recognise that time matters and it will happen. So if this has resonated with you, please do click and subscribe on the like button and the subscribe button. And you can check out my Buy Me a Coffee link, which takes you directly to my shop, so you can book in for a one-to-one reading or past life regression or therapy session. There's all sorts of things, and there's more options on my website as well at www. I think I might have said too many W's, but foxglovecoaching.com. I hope you have a wonderful day. Good luck, Pile 1. I think you're doing excellent things. And just remember, it's all part of the soul purpose journey, and keep that vibe flying high. Have a great day. Bye-bye. Hello, Pile 2, and welcome to today's reading. You have chosen the Spring Equinox Rebirth card, which looks very powerful indeed, along with the Orange Stone. So, this is all about what's going to bring in more happiness for you, and the fact that you've got this rebirth is major because it suggests that either, well, I want to say, when you do the work on the inside, so you have a rebirth of who you are, like a new version of you into the world, you can't help but have these changes in the 3D world as well. This stone that goes along with it is very much about creativity, maybe singing or music, and working with your intuition so that you can, and understanding your emotions better. And you know, one thing that does really bring us more happiness is to acknowledge our emotions, the good and the bad, the ones we want and the ones we don't want. Because as we start to suppress the bad emotions, you know, if we've been trying to squash them down, or we've not been dealing with them, or we've been ignoring different things from our past that have caused us pain and upset, we also squash the good emotions, the happiness, the joy, the laughter, the fun. So by allowing our emotions to come to the surface, by dealing with them, by working with them, by clearing through any old or negative issues that no longer serve us, we then are able to step through into a rebirth process where we have the transformation of the butterfly there. We have the wisdom of the owl just sneakily hidden in the corner there. And certainly the hare is very auspicious, great goddess energy. And it doesn't matter if you identify as a female or not, you know, you can still have that energy of the hare, which is all about fertility, birthing new projects, new ideas, things happening quickly, a new life coming into the world. So I'm going to put those over there. Hopefully you can see those okay. And then we're going to find out what has been going on for you, pal, too, so we can see what spirit wants you. Oh, okay, so this, wow, it's happening fast today. We've got the 3 of challenges, so you may have had to leave something behind. You may have had to leave children behind. You may have had to leave something behind that you've invested a lot of emotion into, whether it's a relationship, whether it's people, whether it's family, you know. And sometimes with this card there can be an element of guilt or grief or feeling upset about the fact that that has happened. So this is what has been going on for you. Spirit, what else have we got for pile 2, please? What else have we got for pile 2? So you might have left. So the lovers can be choices or lovers itself. So you might have left because of a new relationship. You might have just got into a new relationship. You might have had to make lots of different choices to do with romantic partners, which has meant that you've had to leave things behind somehow. Let me see what else there is. Spirit, what else has been going on for pile 2, please? So maybe you've had a separation or just had to make lots of difficult choices in life, or come across a new relationship which has shifted and changed a lot. You know, sometimes, so just take what resonates and leave behind what doesn't, because this is a general reading for lots of people. But sometimes, so looking at this on the face of it, what I want to say is you've had a rebirth because you've had to leave either your children or something behind that's meant a lot to you, but you've met somebody else, and maybe it's because you've met somebody else that you've had to do this, and that has brought a lot of light into your life, and it has brought a lot of happiness into your life so far. Or if I read it a different way, you know, there's definitely where you've had to leave something behind that matters a lot to you. And that could be an effort to find more happiness. Well, we don't usually make major decisions like that lightly. It tends to be we're doing the best that we can. Yeah, so we've got the Enchanter's Wheel. So I feel like actually you've got more happiness coming around for you now anyway, because the Enchanter's Wheel has got all sorts of different things on. You'll see there are several magpies, which I always take as really happy. So at the same time, we've got 1 for sorrow, 2 for joy, you know, on different parts of the wheel. But I take that as that I'm seeing 3. Is it 3 for a girl, 4 for a boy, I think. But if I see any more, if I see 2 or more, I tend to take it as a positively auspicious time that, you know, things are going to be really, really good. And if you look at at this picture on these cards, you'll see that there's all sorts of things. There's the death of things, there's keys, there's little clootie ties on there, which are little bits of fabric to make wishes. So there's all sorts of things, and it's a bit like the wheel, you know, where it turns so that you have the good times and the bad times. And I feel like you've been through the bad times. Oops, I've got even more. Yeah, okay, and now you've got your wishes are starting to come true. So this is the 9 of Visions. This is all about wishes coming true. Making the wish, you know, throwing the coin into the wishing well. So I feel like it's already starting to tell me that things are on the up. You've had a bad time, that Spirit wants you to know that what is going to make you happier is that life is getting happier. It's basically what I want to say. Life is getting better. You've been through the sorrow and the grief and the difficult stuff, and life is actually turning in your favour now, and your wishes are going to start to come true. Spirit, what else is coming in to make pile 2 happier, please? Oh, yeah, so you're going to have a much more contented home life. You know, you see how this person is here, their garden is growing successfully. They look very much of the earth. They're the kind of person who does cooking and just enjoying a happy home is what that's going to be. And I want to suggest that you make the efforts, if this is resonating for you, to enjoy your home more, to grow things, whether that's to grow connections and relationships within your home, or to grow flowers and plants, or a herb garden. Invest your energy into your home space, because that will bring you a lot of happiness. Spirit, what else does pile 2 need to know? What else do they need to do to bring more happiness into their lives, please? Yeah, know that you're resilient. So one way in which we can be much more happy is to not sweat the small stuff. Know that you have been through the difficult stuff and you're strong enough to deal with troubles and challenges that might come your way. And when challenges and troubles do come your way, which they always will do through life, you know, in different sizes or different magnitudes, deal with those things with compassion and kindness rather than aggression. So the way that she is being strong around this big wolf here is that she's being gentle and kind and caring. They're sitting together nicely on this lovely red blanket. So the traditional vision of this card is where the lady has got her hand in the lion's mouth, because she's dealing with the lion with compassion and care rather than aggression and starting a fight. So know that to bring more happiness into your life, that you do have resilience, but when troubles arrive, don't embrace the drama. Be kind and compassionate to what is going on, and it will help an easier transition through the troubles or challenges. Spirit, what else? How else can pile 2 bring happiness in, please? So certainly with this, if there is some form of separation and anybody's still causing any issues around that, don't go head to head aggressively. Be compassionate about what's coming at you. Try and be understanding and have nice, clear boundaries, but without having to get over emotional about it, is what I want to say. Don't poke the bear. Don't wind up the drama. Do things gently, and or walk away from it, so that you're not feeding in to negative energy. Spirit, what else does Pile 2 need to do to be happier? Ooh. Oh, we got this for Pile 1 as well. Move more. Move, dance, swirl, sway, shake it off. So basically, you can see that there is all sorts of magic around this person as they swirl and twist and turn and dance. And by bringing that energy in of movement, whether it means you need to do more exercise, whether it means you just need to dance around the house while you're doing the cleaning or with some music on, move your body. It will make you feel so much better. It will enable you to release happy endorphins, get your heart rate going. It's just going to be positive for you to move in whatever way you can. Wiggle about is what I want to say. And in the last reading I said, we've got Taylor Swift's song, Shake It Off. She wasn't wrong. There is a Qigong or Qigong, however you like to pronounce it, process of shaking your body as much as you can to literally shake off negative energy. It works really, really well. Now then, let me see what else I can get for you. Spirit, have we got any other advice for Pile 2, please, about how to be happier? I do think there's an element within this, like in this stone here, there's an element about singing. Use your voice to be creative, or read your book out loud to someone, or speak poetry, or use your voice to be creative as well as the movement, creative wise. Talk about how you feel. Yeah, nice. So this just hopped out, as you probably see, with a skip and a jump. Self-esteem. So, I possess gifts of the soul that benefit me and others. Know your worth. Know who you are. And I was watching this earlier. A friend was talking about it on another YouTube video, actually. Know who you are. Know if you want to present yourself as a reliable, trustworthy, fun, happy, creative person, whatever you identify as about who you are, be that. So if you are having issues still in this scenario, don't let somebody else change who you are. Have an indomitable spirit, pure and steadfast, and enable and embody whatever matters to you, whatever's of value. If kindness is important, do things to be kind, take actions and things that are going to increase your self-esteem, that are going to make you feel of value, because you are of value. There's nobody like you in the whole wide world. You are unique. And so just know that your presence sometimes speaks louder than your words. And the opinions or the things you've got to say as well. Everything that's about you matters, and it brings an energy. We do this exercise. I do this with other people sometimes in some of my spiritual development classes, where we'll all stand in a circle, and then we take turns at each leaving the circle to see how the energy feels that is left without that person. And for absolutely every single person who steps out of the circle briefly, you can feel the difference so much. So your energy matters within the circles that you move, within your tribes, within your family, within your friends, within your workspace. Even if you don't say much, you'd be surprised at how much your energy impacts on others. So know that you are of value to other people in different ways. Spirit, what else does Pile 2 need to know to feel happier, please? Acceptance. I'm learning to accept the things I cannot change. Oh, heck yes. This is a great one, actually, because the people who I see who are the most unhappy are people who cannot accept how things are. They either want more or and this doesn't mean that you shouldn't have a dream, but they either want more or they want other people to be different or they want the relationships to be different. And they get cross at the elements outside of themselves that it isn't as the way they want it to be, or they don't accept who they are. You know, they want to look different, they want to be different, they want to be more, or I don't know. There's accept everything how it is now. Then, if it's within your gift, you can change it. If somebody's not coming to the party the way you want them to, accept that is their choice. Don't keep being upset about it over and over and over and over again. You only have the power to control what is within your gift, and that is about what you do with you. Now, if somebody is behaving in a way towards that you aren't happy about, and this is a repeat issue, like a repeat pattern through your life, you may need to look at, is there something within you that is attracting this? Is your behaviour or your subconscious and unconscious beliefs, are they creating the reality around you? My answer is always yes. So if you do want to do any work with me on that to clear any unwanted limiting beliefs or any you can have unwanted expectations. You tend to invite what's familiar to you. So if you've been raised in a certain way or spent a lot of time being conditioned in a way that you didn't realise you were by peers or by school or by family, different things like that, you can end up choosing the same as what you've already been in because it's familiar. So your unconscious and subconscious mind knows how to be in it. We can change that. So if you want to change that, just go onto my web description of this channel and you can go to my website www.foxglovecoaching.com and we can do some work together to alter that. So happiness is those who accept reality as it genuinely is. The other thing I'm going to say on this just quickly, because I realise we've talked about this bit quite a lot. If there's a red flag, if somebody does something that isn't very nice, quite often if we're trying to be a nice person, we won't always recognise it. We won't always acknowledge it. If somebody is genuinely being selfish or jealous or living in the ego space, accept it. And then you can make the choice whether you want to stay in it or move away from it. So let me get some more cards of advice for you, Pile 2, about Pile 2, Spirit, what can they do to bring you more happiness, please? Move that one over here a little bit. What happens is these cards keep sticking to the table and then I can't move them. Let's squash those in there. See, we've got a big gap down here. I haven't quite done that very well, but anyway, you can see what's going on. Right, Spirit, what have we got for Pile 2, please? More advice about how to be happier. Oh, I like this. So it's saying ask. These are the Archangel Raphael cards. So it says prayers work. Dear God and Archangel Raphael, thank you for hearing and answering my prayer of, and then you say whatever it is that you're asking for. So whatever belief system you have, before you go to sleep at night, say your prayers. If it's your ancestors, that you're wanting things to be a certain way. Always give thanks for what you have got, and then just tell your ancestors, spirit, your spirit guides, your higher self, the universe, source, God, Buddha, you know, like anybody who you work with from an ascended master perspective, just tell them and ask them for what you want help with. We've got second opinion here, so there may be something where you need to get a second opinion, whether that's related to health, whether it's related to a project. Just take this if it resonates, leave it behind if it doesn't. It says, Dear God and Archangel Raphael, guide me to the best healthcare professionals for this situation. Well, this doesn't necessarily need to be about health. It might be about something that's going on in life. So maybe if you've got legal matters, or if you've got something that you're talking about a lot, maybe get professional help with it, or ask somebody else their opinion as well, just so you get a well-rounded consideration before you make choices. Spirit, can I have one more card, please, for pile 2 about how they can be happier? Oh, unconditional joy. Look at the little doggies. So my little Lunaea, can't see right now, but she's sleeping next to me. And it says, Dear Archangel Raphael, thank you for helping me appreciate everything that makes me happy right now. Yeah, that's so this is basically about the choice to be happy and to find joy in the little things. And we can find joy and happiness in anything around us, whether it's the sun shining, beautiful flowers, or the changing of the seasons, or nice food, or spending time with friends. Just choose to find happiness in the moment, and that will serve you well. And just notice things that are good in your life. So thank you, Pile 2, for watching. Have a lovely rest of your day. If this resonated with you, please do click on the subscribe and like button. It helps to grow my channel so I can help more people. And feel free, if you want to work with me, just to check out the Buy Me a Coffee link, which has got my shop for some of the things I do. And then I do a bit more stuff on my website. It's all in the description. You take care. Have a great day. Bye-bye. Hello, pile 3, a very well more... Oh, blah, blah, blah. I can't speak. This is the third pile, you see, and I'm all tongue-twisted from talking non-stop for a while. Welcome to today's reading. You have picked Desert with the blue stone. So, Vision Quest. So, today we're looking at asking your spirit guides what you can do to bring more happiness into your life. So we're going to have a look at what has been happening, so we can get an understanding of what's happened for you and how happiness can be brought in and what you can do to bring more happiness in. But it's really interesting you've got this overriding card of the Vision Quest, because this suggests that you should go and look on the inside and do a lot of inner work. And I really like this card here, this stone here, because there's a lot here to do with finding your own authority to live the life that you want to. And I feel like there's something to do with boundaries and willpower to make little changes so that you can live the life that you want to. And a lot of that is to do with understanding yourself and what makes you happy and what you want out of life. So you may need to do some bit of soul searching to understand what are your values, what are the things that matter to you, so that you can enjoy your life. Because what we find is that if your life isn't representative of your values, or if things that are happening in your life that don't tie in well with your values, if they're going against your values, then you can be unhappy. So understanding what your values are very important, and you can work with me directly on that if you want to. You can just pop onto my website, www.foxglovecoaching.com. I do a lot of that within the neurolinguistic programming section of what I do. If you're not sure how you want to work with me, you can always click on the I don't know what I want option in the Let's Talk page. Okay, so interestingly, so you have created something new is what this card is saying. The Ace of Spells. This is all about new beginnings, new projects. See how that wyvern or dragon there is blowing onto that crystal to create a new staff, a new magical staff. So you may have been doing something work-wise, a creative project. Let's have a look what else we've got. Spirit, what has Pal 3 been doing, please, so we can understand where they've been. This may be part of the job that you do now. Perhaps you've got a new job. What's Pal 3 been doing, please? So you've been really productive and creating all sorts of different things. There's been a lot of movement. You've been making things happen in a positive way. Spirit. Oops. Oh, everything's... Okay, so, oh, how interesting. But you've found that there's been a bit of indecision. You've been trying to figure out what you should be doing. And then we've also got the Forge look. So it's very much, I'd say, focused on what you're going to do with regards to work, or applying yourself to work, or creating things that are going to provide for your family or your tribe or your people. But there's been some indecision about what that is going to look like. Can I have a bit more? I think I want a bit more. Spirit, what else? So there's a lot of movement, a lot of energy, a lot of productivity. You've been working hard, been creating new things, but there's been indecision around how you're doing this. Spirit, is there anything else we've got about what Pal 3 has been doing, please? Oops. Yeah, I think it's to do with how you're providing for your people, whether it's your family, whether it's, you know, your created family, how you are coming together. I feel like this feels like this is work-wise, but it could, the other element could be alongside that you've maybe been trying to work to create a happy environment for your tribe, or actually to create a nice home, to create a nice environment, or maybe you have been getting together with other friends and having celebrations and fun times as well. So, Spirit, just take what resonates and leave behind what doesn't, because this is a general reading for lots of people. Spirit, please can you advise, what does Pal 3 need to do to bring in more happiness for themselves? What does Pile 3 need to do to bring in more happiness for themselves? Okay, recognise that you've had a lucky escape from something. So you've needed some time out. You've needed, or give yourself time out. Give yourself time to step away from the egos of others. That's very interesting, that is. Spirit, what else have we got? What else does Pile 3 need to do? What else does Pile 3 need to do to help them feel happier? Yeah, have some hopes and dreams. Have a bit more of a romantic look at life. You may be too much in your headspace. So we've got that you've been very focused on work. Very focused. Sorry, I just paused it there because there was a bang and I thought Luna was going to bark. You've been very focused on work. you've been in your headspace with the indecision about what to do. You know, you've been very productive, creating and building and doing all sorts of things, and you've been spending lots of time with other people potentially, but you need some time out from that now because they're exhausting you and all their issues are getting a bit much. Or maybe they're gossiping, or maybe maybe they're not always being very nice, or maybe you just need some space from other people, a bit of time out, so that you can be in the more feeling space of who you are, you know, so more in your heart space, so being more creative with, you know, music or art or poetry or reading, or just allowing yourself to do stuff that you enjoy that isn't work focused, that isn't other people focused, that's very much for you. What makes you happy, what makes your heart sing, what brings a sense of warmth and coziness to your being. Have a little hope, have a little dream, allow yourself to have some romantic time. And you can have romantic time on your own, whether you like have a nice bubble bath or watch a nice film, you know, like have a glass of wine and a few chocolates. I like doing that sometimes. Or have romantic time. Well, I'm going to say, actually, I think it's more for you on your own to sort of feed your soul, feed your heart space, make yourself feel much better. Spirit, what else does pile 3 need to do to make themselves feel happier? Yeah, step out of the corporate flow of life. Is what, even if you're not in a corporate job, still step out of that busy, must do, must get things sorted, must achieve, must create, must blah 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 blah. People. Simplify. See how that's so in the woodland and it's fresh and it's just nice. Yeah, okay. Nurture yourself. Nurture yourself like a mother would. Allow yourself to connect to Mother Earth. Soak up all that nourishing energy from the earth through your feet into your body. Take time out to rest and be kind to yourself. You've been overdoing it, pile 3, by the looks of it. You've been overdoing it to the point where you've not given yourself time to look inside of you. So you've been busy doing life, which is fun, you know, great stuff. You've been busy doing life. It might be stressful as well. You've not taken enough time to be in the soul essence of who you are, away from other people, gently nourishing yourself. And I'd say maybe you could do with a bit of a meditation, to be honest, just to hear your own thoughts. Spirit, what else does pile 3 need to do to feel happier, please? Celebrate your successes, pile 3. Celebrate what you've achieved instead of keep going and going. Make sure that you take time to go, oh, look what I did. Look what I've done. Look at this new thing I've birthed into reality. Be proud of how far you've come. And allow yourself to value what you've achieved and what you've done. Because it matters so much. It will make you feel more whole to actually go, yes, I've done this and I'm really pleased, and to be in your heart spaced about it. Heart space about it, not heart spaced. Just allow yourself to really value who you are, what you've done, how far you've come. And then the other advice card that's just popped out as we've been talking about is balance. Fancy that, given what we're talking about in this in this reading. I bring a state of perfect harmony into my world, and I do so without judgment. Yes, indeedy. Look how lovely those greens and blues are. And they tie in, well, I know there's a lot of green in this, but one of the cards that I feel a lot of pale greens and blue is this one. It's like a refreshing, minty airiness of fresh clarity as you tune into the glory and the magic of life and the romance of the changing of the seasons and the light and the sunshine and maybe the sea. You know, there's just whatever kind of feels brings you back to a state of balance, so that it's not all work, work, work. It's not all headspace. You get to rest and have some peace. Now then, can I shuffle that up there? I want to get a few more yet. We're not done yet, pile 3. Let's see what else. Spirit, what else does pile 3 need to feel happier, please? Oops. What else does pile 3 need to feel happier, please? Oh yeah, release guilt. I release any beliefs that no longer assist in my soul's growth. Absolutely. Guilt is such a overused emotion, I'm going to say. Utterly overused. I used to live with guilt permanently. But you aren't responsible for everybody. And the choices that you make from your heart space. And if you're doing that with truth and integrity, then there's nothing you can be guilty about. If you've done something in the past that you feel bad about and you've made amends, if you haven't made amends, then do make amends. But you can't carry the responsibility of everything and everyone, you know, and quite often bigger guilt can come to fruition if it reminds us of something from the past that makes us feel bad. So say like somebody's behaved in a similar way to what we feel we are doing now. So then we feel guilty because we remember how we felt in the past about it. But I can tell you now, people will react differently to how you do. And it's up to others to express their feelings about things so that you can respond accordingly. Don't carry guilt about it. It's just false. It's not serving you, basically. If you want to get rid of any guilt, feel free to work with me and I'll help you clear that away, because it only serves to help us take action to do things to be considerate to others, really. And if you're already doing that, then you're doing just fine. So just release that and let that go. Spirit, what else does pile 3 need to know about how to feel happier, please? Oh, interesting. We've had this already. Ask Spirit and allow yourself to tune in to the fact that we are spiritual beings having an earthly existence. Recognise the spiritual element of who you are. Even if you're not hugely spiritual, you are still a spiritual being having an earthly experience. But this is about asking for what you want. And one thing I'd say is, given that you've got guilt here, I tend to put all of my worries and concerns into a bucket and I let the angels carry it away, knowing that they are much bigger, more, what's the word? They're bigger energies than I am. I am just one little person. I can't be responsible for everything. And to think that you can is also false, you know. So give your prayers and concerns to a bigger power than yourself from a spiritual perspective, and allow yourself to be eased. Allow those worries to be eased so that you can live in happiness and harmony. A bit like giving your worries to a parent and taking care of it. Somebody who knows more, who is, well, I say knows more, but you know what I mean. Somebody in theory who has more power to do things than you do. Spirit, what else have we got for pile 3, please? Oh, there we go. Oh, how jolly nice. So we've got children. Dear Archangel Raphael, thank you for helping me to help children. So it's saying that, you know, either spend time with children or work with your inner child to have more fun, to see life through the eyes of children, because they have an innocence and a wonder about all the beautiful and wonderful things in life. So you could spend more time working with children or just work with your inner child. And then we've got recovery here. Dear Archangel Raphael, thank you for holding my hand throughout my recovery upon the path of radiant health. So whatever it is that you're trying to move away from, you might be trying to give up an addiction, you might have a health issue, you might be recovering from limiting beliefs or old patterns, you know, there's all sorts. So it's saying that that is happening now. You're stepping into a healthier way of being, however that is and shows up for you, and that's going to bring you more happiness. Jolly good. So that is your reading, pile 3. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked, please do click the like button and the subscribe button. It helps my channel to grow and it helps me to help more people. If you want to work with me, you can check out my website, in which I do life and love coaching with people, or you can check out my Buy Me a Coffee link, which is all in the description, and that'll take you to my shop where you can buy one-to-one readings with me, past life regressions, or some therapy work as well is on there. Thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of your day or evening. Take care. Goodbye.